Alright, I found another Van Halen tune off their first album that isn't too crazy difficult. So Jamie's Cryin' we're going to check out today. So we're going to have every string detuned to half step again. That's very common with Van Halen stuff. So we're going to start out with this first thing. We're going to have this lead up here. We got... Okay, so we got a little half step bend on the 14th fret of the second string. And then we're going to do a full step bend on the 15th. And then on the 12, same thing. Full step, down to the 12. And then we're going to come back here on the 14. Little bend, and then the 14 itself. 12. And then 10. With a bend on the 10. And then 10 to 9. So the whole thing is. Okay, so that's the little lead that starts it off, and then at the same time as you hear that in the beginning, we have this. Okay, so that's just the big E, bump, 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 bump. We're going to take the ring finger, slide into the 7 on the big string. 6, 5, 3, open. Okay, so after we do that riff a couple times, we have a open, and we have these bottom 3 7s. So it's like a, and then 2 opens, and then we got this chord here. This starts like on the 5th string, 5 0 4 0. So we got, and then you kind of wait till the end and go da 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 dum. So instead of going, see how we held that 7 the first time? This time we're just doing those notes at the end of the measure. So it's okay, then we're into the verse. Now the verse is going to go. So we had the open and the 7s, and then 2 chicks there, and then you have the 7s on the G string and the B string, and then you go 2 more chicks, and then, so this is 7 7 0, pulling off on the 2nd string to that 5. So the first one is the 9s, pull it, and then hit that one again. So you got. So it does that 3 times, and then the 4th time. Okay, so let's take a look at that. So that last time we had, and then, okay, so we did 3 times of the, and then the 4th time we went back to that chord, and then we're going to do the walking thing. Now we have a new thing. 2 on the big one, 0-4 on the A string, 2 on the 5th, 0-4 on the D string. So A power chord, and then 3 more of that to the B note. Okay, so we got into the change. Okay, so now we just moved into the chorus. So we have the riff, main riff, with the chord, and then the walk down. Now, that time, on the 2nd time, we're going to have the back to the open, and then bending that 7 to the 5 on the 5th string, and then. Okay, so we have that twice. Now we're to a new verse. So that verse we do it all 4 times. Now we're going to get into a bridge here. We have a few different chord shapes. We've got a 7 and a 6 on the D and the G. We're also going to take that down to 5 and 4. We're going to go up to a 9 and 7, up to an 11 and 9, and up to a 12 and 11. So all these chord shapes are going to be coming in on this bridge. So what we have is, okay, so we kind of have the chord here with the A bass included, and then to the A, up to that higher chord, the 9 and the 7, so, and then open, open, open. So that's 1st string, 2nd string, 5th string. And then we're going to come down here to the 5 and 4. Same open strings. So that thing is going to happen twice, so it ends up being, okay, then we're going to take it up to these higher ones. Okay, and that finishes up that part. So one more time through that, nice and slow. 3, 4. Okay, so after we finish that bridge, we're going to be back into the chorus. We got, and then we're going to go. Now we have a C sharp minor chord, so that's 4 in the 5th string, 6, 6, and 5 is basically the part of the chord we're doing. We're going to do this 1, 2, 3, 4, and so we lift that 5 out of there and we get the 4th fret of the 2nd string to the 6 of the 3rd string. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and D chord here. Now this D is going to have a little riff with it. It's like 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So that would be like these 2 strings, G and B. And then those 7s on the 2 middle strings, so it's like. And then we're back to this one, we got. So that'd be 4 and 6, 5th string and 4th string. And then 2nd string, 4, 5, 4, 6 on the G string, So far this whole little interlude is 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 4. Then we have 2, 4, 4 and these big ones. And then these little 2s to the opens, to the 2s, so that ends up being like. And then we're back to this. So going up the chord, and then pull that 5 out to make it a 4 in the 2nd. Go down 3 notes, D chord, and E chord. Got a little riff here, 5 to 4, 5 and 4. So let me give you a little context on this interlude. So we got. Okay, so that one we got a little slide down, and we got a 0, 7, 0, and then bend the 7, going to that 5, and then we have a new thing. So we had big 3, 4, and then little 2 strings open, back to the 3, 4 to the open. So we had. got 2 of that. Then we're gonna have. So this is the 9s on the G string, 3rd string, and 2nd string. So we got. Kind of bend them both up a half step. Then we're gonna have. So 5, 6, 7 on the A string with a big 1.5 step bend there, and then we're back to the. And then. Okay, so we got that kind of a thing. So we got. Okay, and then we're going to be into the first bridge again. So we have. Okay, and then we're back into a chorus. We're gonna do that twice. We got that riff again. So it's kind of a quick chorus. 2 of this. And then right into the riff. Okay, then we're heading into the outro. Okay, and as that's going on in the outro, we got the. All right, Jamie's Cryin, Van Halen off Van Halen 1. We'll do more Van Halens one of these days, but that was a couple of the easier ones, Running with the Devil and Jamie's Cryin. So thanks a lot for watching, y'all. We'll see you soon.